What's good, y'all? What's good, Real Talk Squad? This is Miles, and you're listening to Real Talk of Miles Johnson, where you know we always keep it real. Now, look, I'm in a different scenery. I already know what's going on. I'm back in my dorm. I'm back at Morehouse, the house. The house got my background set up. Now, it's not done yet. Still got some things we got to add to it. But, man, I'm happy to be back in the A, man. Back in the A. I'm a junior at Morehouse, if y'all did not know. And, man, I'm happy to be back. I mean, it's been like I was back in Philly, back home like a year and a half. So, for me to go back to school, man, this summer, we going up. We going up. But let's get straight to the video, man. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Dennis Schroeder, man, he fumbled the bag. Dennis Schroeder fumbled the bag. It was bad. I mean, look. This guy could have got 4 years, $84 million to play with LeBron James and Anthony Davis in LA with all the sunshine, all that. He turns that down because thinking like, you know what, I'm a star. I'm an all-star caliber player in the league. He wanted to get the $100 million plus deal. So he ended up betting on himself. And guess what? He lost. He lost because now he signed a 1-year, $6 million deal to be with the Celtics. So you could have been getting $21 million a year for the next 4 years to play with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And you turn that down, and now you're playing with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown in Boston. This might be the biggest L in the history of the NBA. And this goes to show you, people in your circle have to tell you what it is. They gotta be real with you. You cannot have yes men all around you saying, yeah, bro, do that. Yeah, bro, do that. You gotta have people with you being like, bro, calm down. Be real with you. At the end of the day, I don't know if it was Dennis Schroeder, if it was people around him, but they were not real to himself. He was not real to himself. Dude, you're not an all-star. You're not. You averaged 19 points last year off the bench. You were a contender for 6th man of the year in OKC. That was your best year, you know, as a pro. You ain't no all-star, bro. In the West, we got Chris Paul, we got Dame, we have Luka, we have Steph. It's so many guys. Clay coming back. You aren't on any of these guys' level. To think that you would get a $100 million contract. Now, what I could see what he was thinking was like, if I help LeBron and AD get a championship, then maybe I'll get that, I'll get like a $100 million plus deal. But you're depending on other people to help you get that contract. The thing is, you can't turn down $21 million every 4 years, and you're depending on somebody. Because if LeBron was injured like he was, and if AD is injured like he was, the Lakers don't win, and you're not going to get that money. Nobody's going to give you money if you get bounced out in the first round, if you miss the playoffs, if you get bounced out in the second round. Nobody's giving you that money, right? So you made the first mistake in betting on yourself, but not realizing that you actually have to depend on LeBron and AD because those are the guys that are going to carry the team. You're only a part of the team. You're not that guy that's going to carry the Lakers over the top. So I don't know what his agent thought, what he thought, but, man, they done fumbled the bag. And we're not talking about just fumbling any bag. We're talking about fumbling a $80 million bag. $80 million? $80 million. Woo! I mean, man, that is generational wealth. You can set up your kids, your kids' kids, your kids' kids, kids' kids, and now you're in Boston. I mean, granted, if I'm making $6 million a year, I'm not crying. But from going from possibly making $84 million for the next 4 years, fully guaranteed, to going to Boston, it's cold there. It be snowing. I mean, I'm in Philly. I used to live in Philly, but Boston's up north. I mean, it ain't the most pleasure as a city. I mean, I don't want to be in Boston. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Respect to the Boston fans, but I ain't trying to be there. So you went from La La Land to the Celtics, making $6 million a year. I mean, again, any other 99.99999% of Americans would love to get $6 million a year. I mean, the average American probably doesn't even make $6 million in the whole entire lifespan, right? So I'm not going to feel bad for the guy because you're still making $6 million a year. But you took a major L, and this goes to show you, don't bet on yourself unless you know that the team goes up or goes down because of you. That's the main reason. He betted on himself, but Dennis Schroeder was depending on LeBron and AD to carry the load. You cannot do that because then you cannot turn down $84 million and your whole entire future depends on two other guys, depends on one other guy. It doesn't work. So that was his first mistake. And his second mistake was not realizing you're not that guy. Again, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. At the end of the day, you are a good player, but you're not a great player. You're not like, oh my God, Dennis Schroeder, he's an all-star. You're not no all-star, bro. You should you are a 6th man of the year candidate, right? You're gonna put good stats on a bad team, but on a championship level team, you're a role player. Let's just be honest. And you gotta know your role. You gotta know yourself. You gotta have people around you that know you, that aren't haters, but they know you and they know your limits, right? And somebody in his camp should have been like, if you don't take that $84 million, bro, because at the end of the day, the Lakers, I mean, that would have been a bad contract. That's a bad contract. Giving him $21 million, $21 million, that's a bad contract. So Schroeder left them off the hook off of giving him a bad contract, but they not mad anymore. They got Russ, and they already, favorites to get out the West. But Dennis Schroeder, other NBA players, unless you're that guy on the team, do not turn down guaranteed money that you have. Just secure that bread and leave. Secure that bread. I ain't gonna say the saying, but secure that bread and dip. Cause now this guy, if you get injured this year, you definitely not getting that money back. I don't see how you're gonna get that money back unless you have a revelation and become an all-star. But make sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all that jazz. Hit that link in the description down below and follow me on all social media platforms. And with that being said, y'all, we out.